Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining our webinar today. We're having our second webinar on the Big 11 application process. I'm sure many of you have already started submitting and applying to our programs. So we're here to answer the questions that you might be having by actually answering your forms. Today with me is Valentina Gomez and Nicolás Retamal. They will be doing a presentation on Startup Chile and the application process itself. And after the presentation, we will be answering your questions. So please leave them on the chat or in the Q&A section, and we will be answering that afterwards. So yeah, without further ado, let's go, guys.
Hello, everyone. As Amparo said, I am Valentina Gomez. I work in the operations team as financial executive. And well, we are really proud to say that we are the first public acceleration in the world. Many prestigious institutions have studied and showcased this public policy, and also many countries have been inspired by us to create their own public acceleration. The next one, please.
I think Nico might be frozen a little bit.
Oh.
So let's wait for him to come back.
Nico, are you there? Oh, that's so bad.
I think that's Nico. Are you there? He's trying. Let's just wait 1 second, guys, so we can fix this. We're so sorry.
Oh, maybe.
Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I have been here all the time and I'm not sure what's going on. Give me 1 sec and I will share again.
Okay.
Okay. There it goes. Can you hear me and see everything?
Well, we can hear you, but no see you. You're frozen.
I'm already sharing the screen. Can you see it?
No, we cannot see it yet.
No, we cannot. Maybe I could try to.
So, do I continue?
No. Maybe I could try to share the presentation.
Okay, Vale, if you can do that, or
yeah. Okay,
I'm not sure what's going on. I'm sharing the screen and everything, but not sure.
Let's.
Okay, Maga's sharing. Okay, so sorry
Thank you,
about
Maga.
you guys.
Thank you so much. So sorry, guys.
Go ahead, Vale.
Okay, so this year we're turning 15, and we're really happy and proud about this. Tough journey to build and have their business thrive. So now, what do we look in the startups? Oh, yeah, that's the right one. So first of all, we're looking them to be tech-based. This means the technology is the core of the solution, and this allows the startup to grow and scale effectively. Second, we're looking the startup to be innovative, and this means like a much more efficient and cost-effective way to solve the problem that you're addressing. Third, scalable. And this is the ability of the business to scale without growing the revenue. So, no, I meant again, sorry. It's the ability of the business to scale its revenue without raising its cost. The startup grow by being cost efficient. And last but not least, we're looking for impact. Again, we're looking for startups that can create impact both in Chile and globally. I don't know if Nico is there.
Okay,
Nico,
guys,
are you there?
can you hear me? I'm having slight issues with the internet.
Yeah, we can
It's
hear you,
good?
but yeah, now it's good.
Okay, perfect. So we have three different programs, guys. We have Build, Ignite, and Growth. And each program has been designed in order to support you through the different needs that appear during a startup life. So at the beginning, we have a Build, which is 15 million pesos, which is around 15 USD dollars, 15 Ks. Ignite also, which is for the in the phase that you want to test your product to the market, it's market fit. And here we grant 30 Ks, more or less. And in the case of growth, we also have this program in order to go to the market and just to reach the sales that you need in order to grow really fast. And these are 75 Ks, 75 million pesos. Okay, next slide. And yeah, so in order to more or less make you understand how is the application procedure, we have planned this game so to help you about what you should, how you should write the answers of the different questions or not, what it will be a good idea or a bad idea in order to explain yourself. And next slide. So when we talk about the problem, it is really important to be real specific about it. So by example, what it will be really or not an ideal answer. It would be, by example, saying that the problem that I want to attack through my solution is global warming, which is causing environmental disasters around the world. It is not that specific. We don't have data. We need to support that. So what it will be a good way to explain this, for example, it will be in these days and age, and according to the OCDE's research, 1 billion plastic tons are dropped into the oceans each year due to new regulations. Companies face fines and for not properly disposing of the waste of generate. Companies spend more than 20% of their total cost in dealing with this issue. That is why we created new logistics software for recycling plastic bottles in a faster and efficient way, decreasing costs by at least 10%. As you can see, this is much more strong. We have data and also different entities that support the claim. So next slide. Vale.
Oh, yeah, for us, the validation makes the difference. So what would be a bad idea of this section? It's to say we haven't proven our solution with potential clients because it's just an idea and we intend to test the solution with the Startup Chile program. And while in another example, I've spoke to all my friends and they love it. This explains very well our commercial validation. And what would be a better way to explain yourself in this section would be, although we are in a concept stage, we interview more than 50 potential clients and we have some agreements to test our solution through free pilots in the future. Or during the last year, we reached more than 10Ks of USD in sales, and now we are increasing our numbers of users by 40 each month.
So now about the
Oh, I think we lost Nico again.
business.
Nico? Oh,
Let's
no, we
wait.
cannot hear you. Mhm.
Yes, we cannot hear Nico. Are you there?
Hello? Hello, hello?
Yes. Yes, we
It's
can hear
better.
Can you
now.
hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure what is going on. Sorry about the internet. Okay, so about the competitors, never say you have no competitors, guys. You always have competitors. So next slide. But it will be a really bad answer here is we are a unique solution available in the market. In fact, we wouldn't even find similar solutions in Google. There's a lack of evidence, there's a lack of research. So what it will be, by example, a good answer is there are some competitors that are trying to solve the same problem, but they require too many human resources and the setup process requires too many months. We are faster and more efficient, and the explanation of how. There are always other people doing the same or very similar solutions, or maybe that they are in different steps of the product and so on. So try to be clear and try to explain what it will be. Remember, somebody that's taking a possible customer, it probably is a competitor. Next slide.
Now, scalability is part of the DNA of your startup. So let's see what would be a bad example for this. We create IT solution based on the needs and the requirements of our clients. And a better way to explain this would be our technology give us the component of scalability, enable us to attend different clients from any part of the world quickly, or our business model based on licenses and IP protection allow us to sell our products in different parts of the world. The next one, please.
Okay, so when we talk about why Chile and Latam are suitable for your business, also again, it's very important to be as clear as possible. So saying that Chile is a great place to start our business, I love Chile and all its places, would not be hard enough in order to talk about business. So, but it will be a good answer in this case. Is we consider Chile our first step to reach Latin market. We intend to test our solution in Chile, having already contacted relevant stakeholders and to test it and so on. So then scale to other countries. Also, we have more than set clients, companies in our pipeline or potential clients. So try to be specific, try to show that you have made a research about it and that also your solution country.
So other common mistakes is repeating the team leader as co-founder. If you already register yourself as team leader, don't register yourself in the co-founder sections. Another one, it's indicating the start date of commercial development as the moment that you got the idea of your business. That's not correct. Third, not being consistent with the language used to complete the application form. Four, making a video pitch longer than 90 seconds. If you make a video longer than that, we are going to cut it at 90 seconds, okay? So have that in mind. Fifth, completing the application form on the last day. Many of the application are sent the last day, so sometimes the platform is like slow and maybe you're like risking to not be able to send your application form. So please do it like not the last day. And finally, not ensuring that metrics, sale figures, dates, and so on are correct. Now, about the evaluation stages. well, first of all, we're going to do a background check of the applicant and the project. Then we are going to review deeply the project content, and this is going to be made by the sub staff and external judges. Then, the better course of this evaluation process are going to have an interview, and this is a 25 minutes interview with the team leader and their team. And it's going to be conducted by sub-staff. We're going to have the subcommittee, and the recommendation for program selection, or rejection is presented to the subcommittee. Then finally, the results, we are going to notify you if you're accepted or if you're not, and also there will list candidates and rejections, like just as said.
So now about eligibility. This is a very important slide, actually. So all of applications are through our platform, which is Charlie, and is the only platform to apply. Also, your video page and MVP must be accessible during the evaluation. Please avoid using any kind of private things or other platforms that might crash or something. Also, a team leader must reside in Chile and be fully dedicated if they are selected from the period of the execution of the project. Before that, it doesn't matter. Project must be scalable, not consultancies or franchises. It must be a project that could also, it's not a consultancy or franchise at the end. Okay, next slide. So some important things about Build, for example, is that the beneficiary must be the founder of a global tech project based in Chile. Also, natural person must not have ownership in a Chilean company executing the project. And also, having a maximum of 2 executors or co-founders participating in the project. The team leader must be one of the founders or partners of the project, holding at least the 10% of the ownership of it. And the commercial development cannot be earlier than November 5th, so not having more than a year. In the case of Ignite, the beneficiary must be the founder of a global tech project based in Chile also. Natural person must not have ownership in a Chilean company executing the project, the same as in Build. Must have a functional prototype or minimum viable product, or the MVP. And the video must be viewable during the evaluation. The team leader must be one of the founders or partners of the project, holding at least, again, the 10% of the ownership of it. And the commercial development, in this case, cannot be earlier than 3 years. So in this case, November 5th of 2022. And the last case, growth, which is our the biggest of the financial areas we have, is the beneficiary must be the founder of a global tech, again, project based in Chile. Accumulated sales between November 2024 and October 2025 between 2,400 UF and to 25,000 UF, which UF is in Chile we have 2 different kinds of currencies. One is the CLP, which is a typical money currency, and there is another one which is UF. You can check it in the web also and check that it fits those parameters. So it's between around 98K to $1 million, more or less. And the team leader must be one of the founders or partners of the project, again, and holding at least 10% of the ownership. And the project has innovative features and scalability potential.
Now, how's going to be the evaluation of the application form? Well, the rating scale goes from 1 to 7, and as you can see, the participant, this means the composition, qualification, and team experience, have a weight of 20%. Then we have the project value, and first of all, market opportunity with 15%, products or service with 15%, commercial traction or validation 10%, then the impact on Chile 10%. Now about the growth potential, we have the scalability with 15%, and finally the growth strategy with 15%. So now projects that move forward, we have like around 60 projects that are going to be in the interview stage for the build program, and for the Ignite program like 90, and for the growth program 50.
So,
oh, sorry, I
after-
forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot to say something that is really important. We need a minimum score of 4 in the criteria of composition, qualifications, and team experience, product or service, and in the total, at least 4.
So,
No.
If you're selected among the projects that pass to the interview, then we have also a few criteria in order to select the best projects. In this case, the team leader weights the 30% of the evaluation. The problem to be solved is 20%. Technological base also the 20%, and the scope in Chile is a 30% too. So be prepared to answer these questions if you go to the next evaluation part.
And about the results, this is like the timeline of the process. As you may know, the application ends on November 28th. We are going to be evaluating all this in December, and we're thinking about mid to end of January. We're going to be sending the results, and the program is going to start around March, and the date it's to be confirmed yet.
So guys, we totally invite you to be part of this call, Big 11. Please send your application and become part of this really nice Startup Chile program. And we will be waiting for your application. So now we leave the microphone open to receive any questions. So please just ask now.
Yeah,
Yes,
if you
we
have
have-
any question, this is the moment.
We have a couple questions, not many, so people are very shy today. This is a great way of solving questions, so I really encourage you to do so. So the first question is from Cristobal. He says, you said not to repeat the team leader as a founder, but should we leave that blank, Dan? I'm sure they're asking, you probably don't have co-executors, right? You're a solo founder, maybe? What should they do in that case, Nico?
In the case he is a solo founder, you should note, compile that part. The area of co-founders are only for other persons that might hold equity or that might would like to. It's that. I mean, there could also be the case in which you have somebody of your team and you would like to bring him to Chile. In that case, it will be necessary to put it as a co-founder, but with zero equity, and put it as a co-executor. So you will have the resources. You can explain that you can pay, by example, the airplane tickets, and it will be part of the fund. That will be the only double click I will say. Yeah.
Cool, thank you. Vale, tell me, what would be the period to reside in Chile, to be in Chile? So maybe tell us what's the period, but also why should it be in Chile?
Okay, so this is a very, very important question. You must be in Chile for the entire duration of the program. As Nico said, we have 3 programs. First of all, BUILD, and our BUILD program lasts 4 months. The Ignite program, 6 months, and Growth program, 8 months. So you have to be this entire period in Chile, because we're looking you to have an impact in Chile, to grow your business in Chile. And also you're going to have mandatory sessions that are like going to be made like in our co-work. So it's really important you to be here. For sure, you can like travel if you have a business travel, you can. But yeah, the main residents must be here in Chile.
Cool. Kevin asks, kind of related to the same question, can the executors or co-founders work virtually from Colombia for the entire duration of the program? Is in-person attendance required for implementers in Chile? So maybe, Vale, if you can tell us a little bit more about maybe the difference between the executors and the team leader, or who has to be in Chile, all that kind of stuff.
Sorry, Amparo, can you repeat the question? Because I lost like the internet for
Yeah, it's okay.
a moment.
Kevin asks about the executors, if they can work virtually from Colombia. So I know that there's a difference between team leaders and executors who are here in Chile. Who are the ones that have to come?
Perfect. Yeah, the team leader must be here in Chile, but the co-founders could be in any country of the world. But yeah, we really appreciate when the whole teams comes. For sure, like I said, it's mandatory for the team leader being here, like for all the execution period. But the co-founders can come for, I don't know, 1 month and like participate in some of our activities, and then like come back to their hometown and that.
Yeah. Vale, what if they want to get paid though? How does that work? Like, I don't know, paying your executors and also paying your team leaders. How does that work?
Yeah, well, thanks, Amparo, for that question. As you may know, we are, as Jesus said, we are a public institution, so we really need to make sure that you are spending the money correctly. So for that, we got our render process, that you're going to have support through all that process. But yeah, you can pay yourself a salary with this grant. We have a limit for BUILD and Ignite. The team leader and the co-founders have a limit of 1 million of Chilean pesos, and this is a net amount. And that's around like 1,100 of USD, like more or less. And for growth, we don't have like a limit, but most of like your business is going to put the limit, but like most of the time is like 3,000 of salary. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much. Cristobal asks, hello, Startup Chile. I would like to know, what happens if some person is participating like a co-founder and or mentor in 2 different projects? Could that be a restriction? And could that harm some projects that we are applying to? Nico, tell us a little bit about participating as a co-founder in 2 different startups.
Yeah, in this case, to the only person that we say that needs to have 100% of a dedication, it will be the team leader. So it will be also important to check if he's already working in another project, is how much dedication does he have for each, and yeah, that will be, because if he's already using 2 core funds, by example, we will check the information. If he has 50% in another and the other 100%, you don't have 150% of your life to work in projects. That will be one thing. But if he is not an executor, doesn't matter. That's an important point also to clarify.
Cool. Related to the execution of the project, what is the difference between co-founders and executors, Nico? If the co-founders are the executors, do I need to announce them repeating their names in the form?
Again, I'm not sure if I understood clearly, but as far as I understood, it's about if the co-founders must be in the form, right? And assigned as a co-executor. I mean, if you have co-founders and you want to pay them salaries and then make the salary be part of the grant that we give, it is really important that you apply them as co-executors, because if you don't do so, you won't be able to take the money, to take the grant to pay those expenses. I'm not sure if that was the question.
Yeah, I think so. Also, and the last question from this same person is, can they change or adjust the persons who are working in the project once they've submitted the application already? But what happens if they change someone in the team during the program? What happens then? Vale, I think you know this one.
Yeah, you cannot change like your team. This doesn't mean like if something happened on the way and you are like you lost one team member, one co-founder, like it's okay, but you cannot change what you declare on the application form. So if you say that you are a team leader and you have two co-founders, that's going to be for us like the main reality for us. So you cannot change it like later. Mm-hmm.
Luis, so the team leader and co-founders must be a resident in Chile? Yes, that's true. I mean, they must reside in Chile, and in terms of visa, we helped you with that. So, Vale, can you tell us a little bit more about the visa process?
Yeah, for sure. We got a special visa for you, and we are going to be like supporting you through all that process. We gave like 2 years visa, that it's la visa de trabajo, like working visa. And yeah, this is a special visa that we have. So you must be in Chile for the entire execution period, but you are going to have a visa, a 2 years visa. So yeah,
Cool,
I don't know
cool.
if that answered the question.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Gaston, how do we need to apply as a person? So I don't know, you just go into startupchile.org and there's a form. We do close the applications on November 28th. So there's still time, but it's a little time. And yes, you can apply as a person. So yes. Nico, how many mandatory sessions per week are in person for the build program?
I mean, there are several different mandatory sessions. I'm not sure about the specific number of it, but we have academies, we have different bonding activities as Welcome Week and so on. So the only thing that that is mandatory actually is to be here in Chile during.
Oh no, we lost
He
Nico
means during the
again.
program. What's very important. Sorry, Nico, you're frozen again. You froze. Sorry, Nico. Something important to say is that, yes, we do mention being in Chile, but it also means being in Santiago de Chile. Because there's people from other regions of Chile and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, what's important is the city where this happens is Santiago. Nico, are you back with us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Julian
Shut the
asked,
video.
they are a solo founder. So for correction, what they were asking is if they put themselves as a team lead, as a co-founder, I'm guessing. No, you're just the team leader and you do not have co-founders or co-executors.
Exactly.
Yes. Claudia says, in our startup, we have 3 founders who created this startup. Due to the strategic decision, the CEO currently owns 100% of the shares. This prevents them, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's a long question, so I can read it, but like Claudia, I really encourage you to send this question to hello@startupchile.org. Once you have more personal questions, we can review them and actually give you a nice answer in there. But the team leader has to have a 10% of the shares. So if that's correct, you are right to apply. Jonathan says, hi, can I apply to both Ignite and Build? Because the system allows me to select both categories. Nico, can you tell us about applying to 2 programs at the same time?
Yeah, Jonathan, that's correct. Actually, it's just a checkbox. Just press both of it. And then in the evaluation process, we will see which better suits for you. And yeah, you are welcome to apply to both.
Awesome. Just have in mind and read the terms and conditions all the time. Vale. Kevin asks about the apostille background certificate. Should they be getting it right now, even if they get into the program or not? Is it a good idea to get it right now? The background certificate?
Yeah, well, you will need the Apostille Police Record Certificate. And yeah, if you can move on with that, sometimes it's not that quick, that process. It depends, but if you can like move on with this, that will be good. And also, that's really important to mention that your passport must have at least 18 months of validity, counting from March of 2026. That's really important to keep in mind.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Guy says, if we pass the first round, when would the interviews be held? It really depends. So I don't think we can give you a time frame for that. But yeah, just keep checking your email.
Sorry, but we're like around January. On January are going to be the interviews. Like we don't have the specific date yet, but on January.
Okay, that's a good answer. Claudia says, hi, in Colombia, we have several sources of police background information. In the section where you request this background information, do we attach all of them, or is it the certification? Oh, sorry. Is it the certification issued by the Colombian National Police enough? Is that okay, Vale?
Well, well, Claudia, this is a very specific question because it's going to depend on specifically your country. So maybe you can send this question to hello@startupchile.org and we can like review this like deeply.
Yes, we have people coming from different countries and backgrounds, so it's different for everyone. Marcelo says, hi, thanks a lot for this space. You're welcome. We are 1-year-old startup working with AI agents with 10 financial institutions in Bolivia, currently around 100K ARR. Would Ignite or Growth be more appropriate for us, Nico?
Yeah, in this case, Marcelo, double check if it's correct that it fits with the minimum and maximum requirements of Growth. So to apply to there or to Ignite. A double click that you must do, check the dates because there are specific dates, as we said before, about applying to other, let's say, maybe apply to both, and the process will tell you where you will fit.
Yeah, it is a 1-year-old startup though, so Growth has some time frame that you have to get into. But that's why you have to read the terms and conditions and see what fits better. Okay. So yes, we have one last question. Again, guys, we have some time, so if there's any more questions, it's the time to ask. Kevin says, one of the questions on the forum mentions an exit strategy. What does that refer to, Nico? What do we want to know about their exit strategy?
Yeah, the exit strategy is, it talks about the future that you imagine for your startup. It is not necessary to have actually one, but sometimes many startups are born with a clear path that they would like to follow or to be sold to a specific company in the near future. So if that's the case, it will be really important, or it will be an important thing to evaluate about your startup. So if you don't have one, don't worry. If you have one, talk about it.
Sorry, Amparo, if I would like to add something to the Marcelo question, that's talk about would Ignite your growth be more appropriate for us?
Sure,
the limit for growth or are just for legal person. You're going to probably apply as natural person, so you only got the sales limit that we already said, like 100K and a million. But yeah, and the operation commercial limit is for Build and Ignite, and it's 2 years for Build and 3 for Ignite. That's like the limit. And yeah, if you're not sure, Marcelo, you can apply to the 3 programs, and we are going to select this what better suits for you.
Awesome, thank you, Vale. One last question. Jillian is a permanent resident in the US, but they have a Trinidad passport, Trinidad and Tobago. Do they need the background check from both countries, or the residency one works, Vale?
Oh, well, I think that's, yeah, you can send this question to Hello, because we got our person that is going to like answer this with precision. But yeah, it's probably or your permanent residence, but please send this question to hello at the Startup Chilean, where yeah, your permanent resident. Yeah,
Cool.
I got the confirmation and said the permanent residence.
Cool. Jonathan asks, does someone going to Chile need to speak perfect English, or is it enough to understand the lectures? So about the English part, I think it's very important that you get what we are saying and the lectures and stuff, but also have in mind that you have to pitch in this language and you have to communicate with others. We have people from many countries coming in here, so that's why we use this language to speak and communicate to each other. So yeah, I mean, it'd be great if you speak good English, not always the perfect one, but yes, just wanted to let you know that everything happens in English here.
Okay. Yeah, and also I would like to add that during the selection process, there is an interview, and the interview will be in English too. So it's something that that is important to us through the program.
There's a question in English, yes. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, those were the questions. I always like to end the webinar asking you, Vale and Nico, if you have any advice for those who are applying. So Nico, tell us something that they should know before hitting that send button.
Yeah, I mean, there will be one huge advice, that is try always to make sure that there is a whole story that fits together in each question that you're answering. So if you are talking about a specific size of market, then when you're talking about sales, it makes sense, and that's all together as a one. And other will be to back up everything with data, with the traction that you have so far. If you already tested, talk about it and so on. That will for sure help you to make a strong application. ¿Vale?
Vale.
Sorry, you mean
Go
Vale?
ahead.
Yeah, vale,
Valentina.
I thought that was
Yeah,
Vale,
advice.
okay. So yeah, my first advice, it's about the video. We really care about the content of the video more than the production, and it's okay if the team leader is on the video. If all the team is on the video, that's okay, but it's enough with the team leader. And it's essential to answer the required question in the 90 seconds that we already told you, because that's what we are going to watch. We are going to cut it at 90 seconds. And the best advice that you are going to receive for me today is to read the terms and conditions. Please read the terms and conditions. I know that they're not very friendly document, but all your questions are going to be answered by the terms and conditions.
Cool. We have one last question that I do not want to leave without answering it. Claudia asked, they did the application in Spanish, but the platform is in English. That's right. You can do the whole application in Spanish or in English. The only thing is that you have to do it in the same language. Like you cannot do different questions and all this stuff. It's just that way we can choose who will be judging your application. So yeah. That's it for today. Thank you everyone that was part of this webinar, and we wish you the best with your application. So yes, thank you, Vale. Thank you, Nico, Maga. And yes, I hope we can see you around.
Yeah, just to take
Okay,
profit of the last
Bye.
question of Cristobal. Yes, you're right. If you are a solo founder, only team leader, and that's it. Yeah.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay,
Bye.
bye
Thank you very
guys.
much.
Thank you.